Hello friends, and welcome back to another motivating cleaning video. I am so glad you decided to join me in this video because this is not just your ordinary cleaning video. Today I am doing a whole room makeover. So I have crafting, I have decorating, I have cleaning. I literally have everything to get you up and motivated. I do want to thank Cricut for partnering with me in today's video, and I will definitely talk more about that later. But if you guys are looking for like that extra kick in the butt to get your house in order for the new year, this is the video for you. I show everything from top to bottom in my half bath that I am making over, and then the crazy aftermath that always happens whenever I start a project. And I'm going to share it all with you today. So I really hope you enjoy. Alright, so this is my half bath, and if you've been with my channel, you've seen this before. I don't show it often. There's nothing exciting about my half bath. I really haven't touched it since moving in, and when we bought this house, it was a ready home. Now, if you don't know what a ready home is, it was new construction, but it was already built when we looked at it, so we didn't get to pick out everything. And now when it comes to paint in builder grade homes, they literally just do a matte paint throughout the entire house. And it does not clean well. It does not clean well at all. So this was one of the rooms I had not painted and redone yet. And it was time. It was just starting to get dirty. And with matte paint, you can't wash the walls without like it peeling off or just getting funky. So I decided if I had to paint this room anyway, let's just do a complete makeover on it. Now, I will say a lot of this stuff that I'm doing, I was not planning on doing myself. However, Bobby got called up for orders, so I figured it out. And I was a little nervous about doing this all myself, but you know what? After doing it, I felt pretty awesome. Like, I did this and I didn't need anyone's help. So when it came to paint color, I actually just used the same paint that I use in the rest of my house. I had a gallon of it still anyway, and I like this because I feel like it's dark enough to give a contrast, but not so dark to make a room feel very small. And this is already a very small half bathroom, so I did not want anything overpowering. I still wanted it to feel light and bright and airy and just very elegant for when people came over. Also, you guys may know, but if you don't, I do not use painter's tape. I have always been one that I just cut in when I paint, so that's why you don't see any blue paint, or not paint, blue tape everywhere. I do all my cutting by hand. I just personally find it a lot faster than having to tape everything. Plus, we have a weird texture on the wall, and painter's tape, the one time I did try using it in the boys' room, it made a bigger mess than me just doing it by hand. All right, this was the thing I was most scared of. I bought the wood to do a chair molding in the bathroom, and originally Bobby was supposed to cut all this for me. But like I said, he got called up on orders, and I really didn't want to wait for him to get back. He was gone for a week. So I'm like, I'm just going to do this myself. I'm sure I can figure it out. I have to say, I was very intimidated and pretty scared I was going to screw this up, but it was not that hard, and I am so glad I did it myself. I will still probably have Bobby do it in the future for me just because, hey, what are husbands for? But for this project, I definitely was able to do it on my own. Once I figured out how this concoction of a machine worked, it was fairly easy. Now, as the paint dried, I also want to start working on the artwork in the bathroom. I, of course, did some research on Pinterest of things that I might have wanted to do, and I pulled out the Cricut. Now, this Cricut is absolutely amazing. Not only does it cut vinyl like I'm doing right here, but it will also cut through cashmere, it'll cut through wood, it'll cut through leather, over 300 different materials, which is mind-blowing. And it doesn't just cut. You can draw with this. You can embroider with this. You can do so much more than just the typical cutting that you would think. And I'm so excited to do so much more with this. I also have a couple friends that are pregnant, and I thought it'd be so cute to make some onesies for them and just make it very specific to them and their little bundle of joy. And you guys know I am obsessed with cleaning and organizing, so I cannot wait to start labeling with this. It's literally going to be a game changer because you can pick all the fonts. So think of how pretty you can make the labels now. I need to pace myself because I'm sure my husband doesn't want me to start labeling like the lamp. That might drive him crazy. Here you can see I'm just weeding everything out. This was probably the most fun part, which you may think is silly, but it was like kind of relaxing and just therapeutic to just slowly go through and get all these little pieces. It was super easy, and I just loved seeing the project come to life. This was going to be a word search sign that I'm hanging in the bathroom. And I thought it'd be funny to put "forgot your phone" because let's be real, especially the boys out there. How many of you go into the bathroom and play a game on your phone or look something up on Instagram or YouTube? So I thought it'd be funny to put "forgot your phone" with a question mark and then have the word search on there. I definitely recommend checking out my link in the description for Cricut if you guys are into organization or any types of arts and crafts, because this thing is amazing and I'm in love with it now and can't wait to try out so many more projects. Also, you can see right here that I am lining up all the chair molding. Another new toy is the nail gun. This is another one I was afraid to use. Why am I afraid to use anything new to me? It was so easy also, but I was afraid to use it. But once I got it going, it wasn't that hard. I scared myself over nothing, and I was so happy that I just didn't wait and just went in and did what I needed to do. You may have also noticed that I am in new clothes. This was the next day. This project ended up taking me 3 days. It probably should have only taken 2, but with Bobby being gone and taking care of the kids and taking Xander to and from school, it just ended up taking longer than expected, which is fine. I was home alone this week, so it gave me something to do. There was a couple nights that I stayed up real late when the kids were in bed. Actually, most of this got done real late when the kids were in bed. That way I could still try and do stuff with the kids and all the stuff in the house, and not just have this project taking over my life. Now, when it came to the color down here, it is nothing fancy. It is just the extra paint that we found in the basement from the builder. That's the same color as our trim. I wanted to do that. That way everything just blended from the trim up, because the trim color and honestly, the trim color, the wall colors, the door colors are all pretty much the same. So to make it easy, I just wanted to use the extra paint that was in the basement. That way I didn't need to worry about repainting trim and everything in the house. And I actually really like it. I think it was that perfect, just a little bit more elegance to the room having it split up like this. Yes, I'm being a little messy here. I decided I wanted to cut in with the gray. So I went over the gray a little bit. That way I could get a really sharp line when I went in later and cut in. So if you're wondering why I was being so messy with the paint, it was because I knew I was going to go and cut in, because I knew the gray would leave a much cleaner, nicer line than me trying to do it with the lighter cream color. All right, now for some more of the fun stuff, hanging up some of the artwork. Now, I had gotten really late at night this night. It was about 1 in the morning that I went to bed this day. So I didn't get it all done this night, but I did get up some of the bigger pieces. The wolves were obviously on the wall before. I didn't put as much of them up, but my husband loves these wolves. So I was going to work them in no matter what. So don't come at me about you not liking the wolves, because I do that for my husband. He likes it. And this is not just a house. This is our home. And I shouldn't be the only one happy in it. So I do think about everything I do to not only make me happy, but to also make everyone else in our family happy. Now the mirror I got off of Amazon, as well as these shelves. And I love these shelves. And then once I knew I had all the like nailing in and stuff like that done, I did want to make sure to give this bathroom a good wipe down and vacuum and clean up, because we had drywall dust everywhere, and then obviously all my little tools all over the place. Next day. Today is the fun part. I get to decorate the bathroom. So I'm gonna work on that. I ended up getting real late the other night, so I didn't finish decorating. But here's what it looks like. I think it just looks so good. I'm still gonna have the wolves in here. The only thing I'm not sure of is putting the wolf back on this wall. It probably will, but I'm waiting for a towel holder to come in. And I don't want to hang that wolf till I hang the towel holder. So that's just gonna stay blank for now. But I get to decorate these shelves and all of that. But big project is actually the rest of the house, because whenever I do a project, the rest of the house kind of gets a little crazy. It's okay, baby. I gotta go feed her. So I'll probably feed her and then start. But this is the rest of my house right now. Eek. So yeah, feed baby and then get back to work. She's currently doing Say hi, everyone. Are you hungry? Yeah. I have to say, this is my favorite part of any project. The Hello Sweet Cheeks was another sign that I made with my Cricut. I just thought it was kind of punny for the bathroom. I also was going to do something a little bit more special with my toilet paper. So I turned on the faucet just for a second, and then I am pressing the toilet paper where the seal is onto it. It just gives this fun little stamp effect. I think it makes it look a little bit more put together and just a really pretty look. You can do this with any faucet. This is a builder grade, very basic faucet, but just still gives it that little bit extra touch. Alright, and then this is a little bit more of a fancy. This is like something that if you have guests coming over, or if you have a specific guest bathroom like you guys don't use at all, only guests do. I folded the toilet paper to make a pocket and sealed it, and then just made a little fan out of another square. It is so pretty. Totally not practical for an everyday bathroom, but before guests come over, I like doing this. I would also totally do this if I had a guest bathroom, like specific guest bathroom that we didn't do, because it's just that little extra touch. But I have to say, I love the way this bathroom turned out. I think it turned out so pretty. Also, don't mind the music in the background. That's Little Miss back there. But whenever I do a project, the rest of the house just gets destroyed because I focus so hard on that one project that I definitely neglect the other areas those couple of days. So here I am tackling the rest of the house because mentally, like, I get so frazzled when the house is a mess that I don't want to clean anything at that point. So I definitely needed to get this back in order and feeling more homey. And I have to say, when I was done, it was definitely like a breath of fresh air and this huge just rush of relief that came on me to have down here completely spotless again. So the sink actually had a little bit of like dried on oatmeal on the inside from the boys eating. So I did my regular dish soap, but I also added some baking soda. That really helps to break up any of the things that might be stuck on. If you have like that little bit of extra abrasion with the scrub brush, I found it makes a huge difference. And to me, there is nothing better than a clean sink. If the sink is dirty but the rest of the kitchen is clean, I still feel like the kitchen is dirty. So I love cleaning out the sink, and it really is such an easy project to do, but very satisfying when it's done. So I did decide to keep the wolf prints that I didn't use back in the bathroom. My husband absolutely loves these prints, and I'm just not sure if maybe in the next house I can find somewhere to use them. And they really are gorgeous, so I didn't want to get rid of them. So I'm just going to store those in the basement for now. Maybe let him look at it and decide. But I'm thinking we're going to hold on to them so that possibly in our next house, if we have a spot for them, we still have them. Alright, so this Method Wood for Good is my absolute favorite wood cleaner. Yes, it works really well, but honestly it's my favorite because of the smell of it. I absolutely love the scent of this cleaner, and it makes me happy to clean my table every day just because it smells so good. And you can say that's funny, but I feel like when you're using products you love, it makes a huge difference. This World's Best Window Cleaner I get from Walmart is another product I love using because not only does it clean the glass really well, but it also leaves it just streak free. You guys are always asking me about my cloths. Now, these cloths I actually get from Home Depot in the automotive section, the detailing section. They are heavy duty microfiber cloths and they don't leave residue, which I think is the biggest thing. So run yourself over to Home Depot, go look in the automotive section, and get you some of these cloths because they work so well. I can't recommend them enough. So my family room actually wasn't that bad, and Bjorn was being such a good helper, just keeping his sister occupied. They love cuddling their sisters. Xander was at school at this point, but obviously I still have Freya and Bjorn and the dogs around, and he was just doing so good with watching some shows and showing her his iPad. She's very into whatever the boys are doing, so I was very happy that he was just sitting there and keeping her happy and content while I got some of the house cleaning done before we got Xander from school. Another question I get asked all the time is what vacuum I'm using. In today's video, I am using the Shark Duo. This is by far my favorite vacuum when it comes to an overall good vacuum. As you guys know, I have a couple vacuums, and a lot of my vacuums are really good for different reasons. But if you are looking for just one vacuum that is good overall, I would probably recommend the Shark Apex Duo. But if you're looking for a vacuum for specific things and maybe you do have one already and you just want like a stick vacuum or a robot vacuum, definitely let me know in the comments below and I can tell you which ones I think are the best when it comes to those categories. But for an overall vacuum, the Shark is the way to go. Pickup line to get Xander, but I got the whole house clean and organized before having to pick him up from school, and I am so happy. I did not have time to mop. I will do that when I get home because it needs to get mopped. But I want to jump on and do a quick outro to you guys because I don't do these often. it just gets difficult because it gets really loud in our house. You can imagine 2 dogs and 3 kids. But I want to thank you guys all for watching. I appreciate all of you guys so much. And if you enjoyed today's makeover and you are new here, I would love if you would subscribe. I do plan on doing some other updates in the house, which I've kind of talked about. We need to replace that basement door so bad. If you know, you know. So I'm gonna be doing that. There's a little project I want to do by the stairs. Just a bunch of little things that I've been wanting to do for a while, and this year I'm like, I'm just doing it. And I was excited because I was able to do so much in that bathroom that I honestly was not expecting to be able to do myself, because I really wanted Bobby to cut the wood and possibly use the nail gun. Those all scared me. But with him being called up for orders and me still wanting to get it done, I didn't have an option but to figure it out. So I really hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Like, subscribe, do all the things. It really does help out my channel. But Xander's here, so I'm gonna let you go. Bye.